Today's topic is simple. If you truly love something, you are able to recognize its flaws but love it anyway. The idea of pretending something is perfect and loving it that way is a false appreciation for said thing. It's almost an insult. In essence, you're ignoring its true nature and you're in love with the wrong thing. You don't actually love the thing as you claim, otherwise you wouldn't be pretending that it's something it's not. Destiny isn't a perfect game in the slightest, but I love it. It's made its way as one of my most favorite franchises of all time. So then, why do I criticize it so much? Well, who's a bigger fan of a series? Me, who loves the game, continues to play it, but also heavily criticizes it, or the person that says that they love the game, it's perfect, and stops playing it after a month or two and never looks back. Wanting the game that you play to be better is never a bad thing, no matter what the naysayers will try to convince you of. It's okay to disagree with changes and criticism proposed by players. It's okay not to agree with everything anyone says for that matter. However, dismissing constructive criticism as hate not only makes little sense in the grand scheme of things, it hurts the game itself. The only reason we aren't in a double primary, 10-hit melee, 10 years to charge your super, and team shotting meta in Crucible is because everyone complained. Destiny honestly at that time was dangerously close to pulling an Anthem and dying. Even some content creators stopped covering the game, but Bungie listened, and that marked the start of Bungie's multi-year plan to fix the game up until Forsaken. Just like we shouldn't attack individual devs for some of the horrendous decisions they've made with Destiny so far, we shouldn't attack the passionate players that criticize the game they truly love. No one's going to spend hours, days, months, and even years on forums to bitch about a game they actually hate. Trust me, even the ones that would are secretly still playing it or wishing they were. That's just how it is. Do you see hundreds of people on the Anthem forum still complaining about it? Hell, even Halo Infinite, that game is fighting for its life right now, and it still managed to not get as much hate and criticism as Destiny does. I'm not saying this for me, because fuck you fuckers. I don't really care if you call me a hater. I love this franchise. A little burnt out on the game because I'm a PvP main and PvP sucks right now, but I'm saying this for the average player on the forums. All this to say that it's okay to criticize a company as a consumer of their product. The only issue is to figure out how to ride that fine line of constructive criticism and not just word vomit senseless and useless insults, especially at an individual on the dev team. That's just unacceptable. There's nothing wrong with calling Bungie out on their shitty Eververse model. The Eververse model is absolutely shit. The seasonal model is absolutely AIDS. The loot right now is fucking dog water. And you know what? That's okay to say. Not everyone's delivery has to be as sugar-coated and polished like what True Vanguard or Datto would say and write. But by the same token, that doesn't mean Bungie has to listen to your harsh words either. But here is where we reach an impasse. Just because all criticism doesn't come wrapped in a beautiful bow, decked out with rose petals and champagne, like the magic words of a content creator that desperately wants to stay on Bungie's good side, doesn't mean that it isn't valid criticism, or dare I say praise. Just because a content creator praises Bungie for something that they may or may not have done correctly doesn't mean they're a shill or anything like that either. Just like we as consumers, we need to be mindful of spewing senseless hate. The devs should be mindful of not ignoring criticism just because it's a little more direct, honest, and blunt and may hurt their feelings. Valid criticism is valid criticism and should be taken as such. Creators like Destiny Fun Police, Darkside Royalty, and Cammy Cakes won't get plastered on a Bungie social media or make it into a TWAB spotlight because they don't have the goody two-shoes delivery, but honestly, they're doing the Lord's work and all for the love of this game called Destiny. And boy, contrary to popular belief, I do love this game.